tuck, I've got some places we could go. Switch, tryna. Yes on, yes on, yes on, yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. Sheesh, I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all roll for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation, get it, not complicated. No conversation, please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I don't GA. You tryna. Yes on, yes on, yes on, yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't go. Say less.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Whoosh. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And the Giants on 1st and 10, their offense ready to go. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so clear with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 62 yards. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, at this stage in the 4th, I thought they might work it down the field a little. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Able to fight through one tackle. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now as well. Target Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd. Now Wilson. And it's caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
Now Wilson. Again, that's the question here on 3rd and goal. I think this is a free play for Wilson. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but hey, they earned it. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now they try the right side here. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, but they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out come the Giants. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here trying to preserve the lead. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So much of the game today we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Give them 8 on the game there, and the Giants are going to get a first down. Now back to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a Campus game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits right through it. Another spin. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you? And the Giants on 1st and 10, their offense ready to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nearly picked off. A great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. The offense over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Time for a break. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense. But a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 13 yards out. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Back to throw. So they went to the big boy in a big spot late. He provided, and now they're in the driver's seat.
And Brandon, size does matter in this game. All right, you can go to the slot guys, you can do all of that, but rarely have we ever seen a tight end described as diminutive. Right? We just don't get that. Big target, big catch radius, that gives you comfort zone as a guy throwing the football.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out?
There he goes, right side. And all the way in 1 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a game this has turned out to be, and what a touchdown right there.
How about when scheme and talent match up? Because they absolutely had to have that when they had to find their way into the end zone to take the lead. They get it to their wide receiver. He gets that done for them. And now they get to look at their defense and say, guys, make it stand up.
The clock, but beggars can't be choosers.
Not at all. And whose heart wants to deal with that anyway? Go ahead and score while you've got the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Back to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll look to throw. Fighting his way through contact. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Now Dan Carpenter to try a field goal here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now Dan Carpenter to try a field goal here. This to potentially send us... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this. And in this case, they were actually able to win it.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. He'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll drop the throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher.
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real, real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck undercover. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it and give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the Seahawks.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now a handoff looking right. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They're going to look to throw. And he's got room. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 8 yards on the pickup, and it's first down, New York. Now back to throw. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
They'll set up to throw. Middle, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
He'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll look to throw now on first down. They find some open field here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And oh, the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.